The following is a clip from the highly acclaimed educational radio program, The White Riot Show.
Women in positions of power and also soccer has really started the decline of America.
Good way to work in the Taliban point about women.
But here's the other thing. Since I had to drive to our new studios in Brooklyn as opposed to taking public transportation into Times Square, Judo Larry,
I smell a burqa joke.
You know, not a burqa joke, but it's close. But the truth of the matter is, the worst species in the U.S. right now is the fucking soccer moms. Have you ever been behind these fucking bitches on the road? This is unbelievable. Listen, ladies, the fact that you can't drive, don't buy yourself a big SUV or a van. That doesn't make you a bad driver. All that means is you get to kill more people on the road with your stupid driving. And here's another thing. I'm tired of having a 15-minute commute to the office turn into a 1-hour Bataan death march because some stupid soccer mom is taking her kids to practice and decides to take up both lanes in the road with her oversized vehicle that she can't handle and can't drive to begin with.
And you know what the thing is? A lot of them, and I know this for a fact because I know this from some people I've worked for, a lot of them like the soccer because they think it's not as competition, not as competitive, and not as violent as sports like football and hockey where there's a lot of physical contact.
Right.
And, you know, for them, the game is more like kick the can. You just see like a bunch of little kids just chasing the ball around and just throwing kicks at it. And they usually kick each other because they're spastic.
And then we were trying to figure out why like gayness is on the rise in the U.S. and why we're falling behind in every competitive venture, but on every competitive benchmark. You've got dopey mothers taking their sons. I don't care what they do with their daughters. Soccer is a girl's game. You want to make your daughter athletic or turn her into a lesbian? Fair enough. Throw her on the soccer field as far as I'm concerned. But when you take your boys and young men and you have their mothers, for Christ's sake, driving them to an athletic competition.
And you're emasculating them.
You're emasculating them. You're turning them into pussies, for God's sake. You don't get to hit anybody on the field. I'm not even talking about violence. I mean, there's just no that back and forth. You're going against the nature of males as predators and hunters. You're teaching them to cooperate, for God's sake. And listen, what happens when the call doesn't go your way? What happens if you get bumped ever so slightly on the soccer field? You're taught to fall down, grab your shin, and start crying. Yeah. And mommy gets to take you off the field. And then afterwards, we all pile into this oversized piece of shit vehicle and go for ice cream.
That's what I was talking about. They like the non-aggressive nature of it.
Oh, for God's sake.
But they do. They associate that with ugliness. Like the way I associate nationalism in sports is ugly. They think that's just men being brutish.
Yeah, but do you agree with me? I mean,
I do.
It started off as a joke, but this is symptomatic of what's happening in this country.
I don't know if it necessarily, seriously, I don't know if it correlates with homosexuality, but I mean with the pussification of America.
There
is a sissifying effect on the boys.
Join us every week at www.whiteriotshow.com to follow the latest exploits of Big Fat John and Judo Larry M. This is Mark, the man with the golden voice, and I'm not wearing any pants.